I'm Dianne Borden BO. I've been coming to Snow Holistic Care for over 3 years, and my story kind of starts. I was a wreck physically, and I couldn't get my health together. I had a lot of issues. I was sick all the time. I had numerous surgeries, from my gallbladder removed. I had my esophagus stretched. I suffered with acid reflux on a daily basis. It was really bad. I would randomly throw up multiple times, and I just couldn't get a hold of it. Anything I would do, I work full time, and I've raised 6 kids over the past 25 years, 3 step kids, 2 biologicals, and a foster son. And it's kept me busy with my full-time job. So my health was extremely critical, and every time I would get sick, I would miss work. I couldn't keep up with things that were supposed to be done. I really started gaining a lot of weight as well, so it started really affecting me. But the surgeries and the ill health, just the constant going to doctors and having MRIs and CAT scans and stuff was just, it really got old. And it was right before the time that I came here. It's a little over 3 years ago now. I had an illness about 6 weeks where I couldn't breathe. My breathing was stressed. I actually got to the point where I thought maybe it was my time to go. I wasn't going to make it through that. The doctors were telling me your breathing is like an 80-some-year-old, but they couldn't figure out why. Maybe there was some bacteria in my lungs, but there really wasn't anything they could do about it, or there wasn't anything that was done about it. It went on for 6 weeks. I was struggling to breathe, couldn't work, and there was no answer. And I was also, my nerves were shot. I had some issues with my nerves. I would startle at every time I'd see something in movement in my peripheral vision. I was really jumpy. I remember the first time when I came here and they do that little, knee test, and they let that little thing hit your knee and your knee jumps, and it was extreme. They barely touched me and my leg was like, boom, I was just very jumpy. So that was my nervous system. I wasn't sleeping at all. I had a hard time ever feeling like I was rested, even with naps. I would travel a lot for work at time to time, and I had IBS so bad for the past 20 years. As a professional, it was extremely hampering to a happy, mobile lifestyle. I remember, going even as early as when my kids were in daycare, riding in the little van to go bring them on a field trip. I'd always be the mom, asking to pull the van over to go to the bathroom. It just really gets old, and it just went on and on, even when the kids were older. So I finally, I've studied health, I've done every kind of diet, I've been extreme in my trying to figure out how to help myself over 25 years. And so I don't feel like I was somebody who just gave in, but I did have a terrible diet. Even when I thought I had a good diet, that's one thing that I've learned. Even when I thought I was eating well, I really wasn't eating well. Sugar and carbs definitely got me down. They actually brought my immune system down. I didn't know it at the time. They were also impacting my digestive system. I ended up with nutritional deficiencies. I didn't know that I even had them. I actually at one point had no vitamin D, that showed up on any blood test. It was 0. I had none. So there's a lot of things that just became cumulative over a long period of time, and when I just didn't know how to get out of it, I looked for someone that could help me. And I ended up coming here, and it was truly a godsend for me. At first, just having the adjustments would really help reduce pain, just help me heal faster. Chiropractic does help us heal faster. And I started taking some supplements, and Dr. Snow put me on like what was the most necessary for, you know, getting me started. And I really felt a great trust with them, him and his staff immediately, and I just started. So I just started, I stuck to it, and I started feeling better. I mean, pretty rapidly. Within a month or so, I was, you know, just little tiny steps. I was feeling better. I've continued for over 3 years, and throughout that time, I started trying to eat better, and Dr. Snow is good at guiding you to where to start, help you start. And supplements, like what are your nutritional deficiencies? That's what he helped me with. Like he could evaluate me and tell me where I specifically was and help me. And over time I've gotten better and better, and with my strength and my will to want to even do better, I've changed my diet completely. I don't eat sugar and carbs. I've removed them from my diet. At least right now I'm still in healing mode. You know, after 50 years of a not good diet and not doing the right things, it's going to take me a little while, but I've come a long, long way. I don't jump. I sleep better. All my acid reflux is gone, completely gone. My stomach is the best it's been in 25 years. I have regular bowel movements. I don't have to worry about, you know, traveling. I most recently just went away for a work trip for 3 weeks where I slept in a tent and worked 14 to 16-hour days, and I did really great. And I would never have been able to do that, even think about doing that a year and a half ago. This past year I've dedicated, actually a little over a year, I've done a nutritional ketogenic diet. And I've focused on doing some intermittent fasting, which just means going longer without eating in between the period of time that I do eat. I have successfully been able to lose 80 pounds, possibly a few more than that, but for sure 80 pounds. It's made a huge difference. I wasn't focused on losing weight. I was focused on my health, and I still am. I'm focused on being the healthiest that I can be and vital, and you know, I just enjoy coming here and using this office as my, you know, my health provider, and it's worked out really well for me. I feel great. I don't have any pending surgeries. I'm healing from my car accident and past surgeries. I just feel good, and I plan to continue on. And if there's anything that I could recommend to others, if you're not feeling well, it doesn't matter what level it is. I mean, I was extreme, and that's what pushed me here. But if you have a minor thing, you might want to come now to get it straightened out before it becomes as much of an emergency as my situation was.